Students, according to the video, now I am going to give the explanation of the chapter internal trade. So first we will know the meaning. Internal trade, it is also known as the inland trade or domestic trade. Now why it is called the domestic trade? Because it is a trade which takes place within the geographical boundaries of a country, means inside a country, and the exchange of goods within the nation. That's why it is called as an internal trade. Internal trade is said to be highly essential as it leads to satisfaction of needs, generates employment facility, its maximum use of resources, brings revenue to the government, means in the form of taxes, and also paves for a higher standard of living for the people living in the society. Now comes the characteristics of inland trade. In this, first is all receipts, means whatever income we are getting and whatever payment is done, that is in the national currency, means in the rupees in India. Normally there is no restriction on sending goods from one place to another. Only the transportation permit is needed while transporting goods from one state to another, means whenever we are sending goods from one state to another state, only the transportation permit is needed. Otherwise no restriction is there while sending goods from one place to another. Thirdly, the medium of transport are available against payment like railways, roadways and others, means by any means of transport like railways, roadways, waterways, you can be able to send the goods from one place to another. Next point is purchaser and seller both resides in the same country, means if the purchaser is from India, the seller is also from India, means the same country, so it is known as the internal trade. Now, points to be kept in mind in internal trade. Whenever we are doing internal trade, some of the points should be kept in mind. We know that the success of every trader, means every businessman, and development of trade depends on the advanced system of purchase and sale of goods. It means actually selling the goods is an art. Whenever a businessman opens a business, he wants that his full production should be sold out in the market. So selling is said to be an art, and hence that trader must keep in mind the following points while transacting the goods, means while selling the goods and while purchasing the goods, some of the important points should be kept in mind while doing the activities. So what are the points to be considered while selling the goods? First is purchase must be satisfied, means whoever is purchasing the goods, he should be satisfied. Sale must be profitable, means of whatever amount the goods are sold, it should be profitable to the seller. Thirdly, the selling expenses must be maximum, means whatever expenses is done in selling the goods, that should be minimum. Fourthly, condition of sale must be easy and simple, no hard conditions should be made. Fifth, the quality of goods must be satisfactory, means the quality of goods should be of good quality. And sixth, the object should be less profit and more sales. Always for selling the goods in more quantity, the object should be there to make less profit but for more sales. Seventh, the sales must be legal. Whenever we are doing the selling activity, that should be always legal. Now what are the points to be considered while purchasing goods? Means the purchaser has to be kept in mind that whenever he is going to purchase the goods should be of standard quality, firstly. Secondly, the condition of purchase must be simple and easy. Thirdly, purchase must be done at right time as per the demand, means as per the demand the purchaser has to purchase the goods. Fourthly, purchase must be done in sufficient quantity, means how much quantity of goods should be needed, that much quantity should be purchased by the purchaser. Fifth, methods of purchase must be appropriate. And the last point is purchase must be done at reasonable price. Now, while doing the internal trade, some of the activities or procedure is done by the purchaser and the seller. Both the purchaser and the seller has to follow some of the activities. So what is the activities done by the purchaser while purchasing the goods? First, he has to inquire of rate, means suppose I am the purchaser. Whenever I am going to purchase any of the goods, first I have to do the inquiry of the rate of the product. After doing the inquiry, I will place the order. That is the second point, placing the order. After that, third point, I will take the delivery of goods. After taking delivery of goods, if any complaint, any defect is there related to goods, I will send the complaint, and after that in the last I will make the payment. So this is the activities done by the purchaser. Same way some of the activities are there done by the seller. First, the seller has to send the quotation. Now quotation, what is quotation? Quotation means the price list of goods, whatever goods the seller is selling, of that price list is sent to the purchaser. After that, secondly, sending information about the receipt of order. Whatever order the purchaser is giving, the seller will give a receipt of information that he has received the order letter from the purchaser. Thirdly, getting information about the financial condition of the purchaser. Whenever purchaser is giving order, the seller will take the financial information, that whether afterwards he will be able to do the payment or not. After that, he will do the packing of goods, then he will dispatch the goods, then he will prepare the invoice, means he will prepare the bill, and after making the bill, he will send the information to the purchaser that his purchased goods has been dispatched, and that information note is called as the advice note. After that, whatever complaints are made by the purchaser, that complaints are to be taken by the seller and adjustments are made related to the purchased goods. Ninth, sending receipt of the payment, means whenever the seller is receiving the payment, after receiving the payment he will give a receipt of payment to the purchaser that he has received the payment, and at the last he will send the statement of accounts to the purchaser. Means if suppose the purchaser is not new, he is purchasing from the seller from so many years, then he will send the statement of account, that how much money he has to pay more, or whether his all the debts are cleared or not. This information is sent by the seller to the purchaser, and that is known as the statement of accounts. Now the forms of internal trade. On the basis of the forms of management, trade can be classified under two heads, that is wholesale trade and retail trade. In the first chapter, or I think in the small business chapter, I have already explained that in the chain of distribution of goods, first exists the producer who is producing the goods. After that, wholesaler comes. Then from the wholesaler, the retailers are purchasing the goods in small quantity or bulk quantity, and from the retailer, the ultimate consumers or the customers are purchasing the goods. So the basically the main two persons of this chain of distribution of goods is the wholesaler and the retailer. So student, this is the explanation for today, and the remaining topics I will explain in the next classes, whatever related to the wholesale trade, their characteristics, advantages, disadvantages, and retail trade also. Now complete the notes according to the given explanation. Till then, God bless you all. Stay safe and stay healthy.